G'day, we're at Yeronga State High School and I'm here to interview one of the Deputy Principals, Jessica Walker, not about her academic pursuits, though they are many and considerable, but about Mojgan and the great work that you've been doing advocating to make sure that she is able to call Australia home. Would you be able to give people a bit of an update as to where the situation's at, Jessica?
Sure. So most recently, Mojgan's most recent submission to the Minister for Immigration, Peter Dutton, was rejected, which meant that she was unable to apply for a partner visa on shore to stay in the country with her husband Millard. And it means that while she has another bridging visa, she is expected to depart, and the government is asking her to return voluntarily to Iran, which is not an option at all for Mojgan. It would be incredibly unsafe for her to return to Iran. At best, she would face being lashed for making an allegation about the sexual assault that she suffered at the hands of a trusted family member. And at worst, we can't imagine what awful punishments she could be subjected to.
Hard to believe that that Minister Dutton could inflict that on someone who's obviously making a great contribution to Australia. I see in this 3-page spread in the Who magazine, and obviously in her story, Under the Same Sky, that Mojgan has definitely committed, connected with Australia, keen to make an economic contribution, works here at the school is my understanding. So it would be bizarre to think that someone such as Mojgan would be sent back and then lashed, did you say?
Yeah. So, she's working at the school one day a week, helping us with some research that we're doing around how the arts in the curriculum, support student learning. Mojgan's very passionate about the arts. She loves dancing, and in Iran, that's a crime for women to be dancing in public. So if she returned to Iran, she could also face being arrested for that crime, in addition to the public lashing. And she's studying her Certificate 3 in childcare. She's already received a Certificate 3 in health services, but she's really keen to work in that industry, in the health industry, with children in childcare. She's just such a committed Australian in everything but, the visa situation. So, she's definitely desperately wanting to call Australia home.
So obviously she's married, very much in love, as you can see every time you catch up, but she can't just go offshore and apply for a partner visa. It's not as simple as that because she doesn't have documentation. Could you explain why it's going to come down to ministerial intervention or nothing almost? Mm-hmm.
So because she arrived by boat, she's in Australia and she's considered to be here unlawfully. She's here on a bridging visa because, the government recognises that she hasn't got any other options at the moment. The reason she can't go offshore to apply for that partner visa is because her husband Millard, who fled Iran as well for completely different reasons. I mean, he and his family left because they were political exiles. But because she's married to him and he arrived by boat, he is now a permanent resident because the government recognised his case for asylum. But if she went offshore, their visa to be reunited would be given the lowest possible priority, which means it would take at least 20 years to process. And that would be if she went to any other country. At the moment, the government is only saying she can return to Iran, but we're not investigating other opportunities because it means that she'd be separated from Millard for 20 years, which would be heartbreaking for them.
So a bridging visa that expires in December. So obviously we need to make sure the community is aware, and all of those that are doing what they can to make this new Australian a happy Australian, they need to pay attention and see if there's any news comes forward. All right, thanks very much for filling us in, Jessica. Not good news, but I appreciate the great work that you're doing for your school and your community.
Thank you.